in December 2019, the ANC made a resolution that they would endorse expropriation without compensation as a policy, and that obviously that would entail an amendment of the Constitution. Later, in February 2019, a motion was tabled by the EFF in order to investigate whether or not there was a basis upon which to amend Section 25 of the Constitution in order to make it explicit that expropriation without compensation would be allowed, and that would have needed a two-thirds majority vote in Parliament. So that was an EFF motion. And what we've been having after that, we've been having public hearings that have been moving nationwide to find out what the people have got to say about the proposed amendment. Now, the proposed amendment wording was a wording that has been proposed by the ANC all along. And all of the parliamentary processes, public participation processes, were based on that specific potential amendment. So now what you have is that this committee must then agree on a wording that would obviously give life to this proposal. So two things are important here. The one is the ANC policy doesn't make room for a whole-scale expropriation. For starters. So the ANC sees expropriation without compensation as an exception, something that happens in specific circumstances. On the other hand, the EFF believes in land being in the custodianship of the state and to eradicate the ownership of private property or land by private citizens or private bodies. So what you have there is that you have a philosophical, deviation, or rather, two different understanding and differeces between these two parties. So on one hand, you have that there is an agreement that there's going to be expropriation without compensation, but deeper into the detail, politically, they're quite divergent views. And interestingly, is that the ANC will not be able to carry this amendment without the support of the EFF, and this is where the deadlock comes in.
News.
Experts.
Analysis.
Where things stand.
What you need to know. Drive home with John Perlman
On 702.